Thank you, Karine. Just to follow up on the new office on preventing gun violence, I was wondering if there's an international component to the scope of this new office. For example, will it be able to help curb the trafficking of illegal guns to Mexico from bordering U.S. states?
So our gun policy has always been comprehensive. And of course, this office is going to continue to talk to and be in regular contact with NSC and Homeland Security team. And so we're going to do everything that we can to combat international trafficking and smuggling as well. And so this is a comprehensive approach, and that we're going to certainly move forward with.
Okay, and just really quickly, a quick confirmation, if I may. Our sources say that U.S. and Chinese officials are still working towards a Biden-Xi meeting in San Francisco on the sidelines of APEC in November. Can you confirm that?
I don't have anything more to what the president has shared on this. I think most recently may have been Camp David when he was asked this question. I don't have anything to share on a potential meeting or details on that. Surely, if that were to happen, we would certainly share that with all of you.
Yeah, John.
Thanks a lot, Karine. Follow up in regards to the gun violence prevention office that the president will announce in a few moments. Why can't the Domestic Policy Council do the same work that this new office is setting up? Can you explain what the Domestic Policy Council does versus what this new office will do, and if there is any overlap between those two offices?
So look, this office is going to implement and expand upon the key executive actions, right? It's going to zero in and focus on those key executive actions, get that moving, accelerate that. And also the legislative action. That is what it's going to do. And look, I said it, the president has said it, you're going to hear from him in a few moments, and the vice president. This is an epidemic. Gun violence is an epidemic in our country. And so we need to do everything that we can, and we believe having this office is going to be, is continuing to show the president's commitment, but it's going to be incredibly important in pushing what the president has put forward. And that's what you're going to see. And I think having it separate and apart from the DPC shows our commitment, yes, but also shows that we are taking this an extra step, right? An extra step on how seriously we're taking it and how important it's going to be. So this is the president saying he wants to save more lives. This is what we're going to try and do. We're going to continue to see what we can do to save more lives.
And then a separate question in regards to President Zelensky's visit to Washington yesterday. He was up on Capitol Hill. He met with members of both parties. From what you've heard, was he able to change any minds, particularly those House Republicans that are opposed to providing any additional aid to Ukraine?
So I'll leave that to the House Republicans to speak to. Their meetings with the President Zelensky, as you know, he met with them and shared, certainly his, when he speaks about this, as he's dealing with this, he speaks about it in such a passionate way. And when President Zelensky speaks, people listen because he knows what he's going through every day, with his country's going through, the people in his country is going through, and we have said how bravely they are fighting for their democracy and for their freedom. So that's up to House Republicans to speak to, or House congressional members to speak to. What we can do is continue to do what we showed yesterday, right? We announced another security assistance. Again, you saw the bilateral engagement between the two leaders, which we believe showed our commitment to Ukraine. You heard from the president at UNGA speak to this in a very forceful way, what this means if we were not to continue to support Ukraine. And so the president's going to continue to speak very forcefully to show how much he supports Ukraine, but that is up to Congress. But with all of that said, we appreciate the bipartisan support that we have seen for the funding for Ukraine, and we are optimistic that that's going to continue.
One more.